Unfortunately, as everybody who uses trains will know, delays and cancellations do happen. Thankfully, in Northern, our level of cancellations is really low. I know that won't satisfy anybody who's been cancelled train today or yesterday, but we cancel a very low number of trains. We try and keep people moving as much as we possibly can, so cancelling a train really is the last resort. Now, a lot of people ask me, well, why are trains delayed so much of the time? Why are they cancelled? And what causes delays? And the truth is, there's lots of different reasons why trains are delayed. And depending where you are in the Northern network, depending on what your regular journey is, will mean you've got a really different experience. So on some lines, we've got very high level of train performance, so well more than 94%, 95% of trains will be on time every time. But on other lines, particularly around Manchester, my region, there are a lot of delays. So I thought it might be useful for me to explain some of the reasons for those delays, so to help you to understand. The biggest causes of delay are to do with the infrastructure. So we operate on very old Victorian infrastructure in a lot of places, and it's really heavily used. And when you've got, huge trains, heavy trains, banging away at the infrastructure, night and day, almost 24 hours a day in some locations, it does take its toll on that infrastructure. Our colleagues at Network Rail do a fantastic job in reducing the number of incidents that are causing delay. In fact, they're improving year on year, and that's great to see. We work really closely with them on that. But obviously there are still delays as a result of it, and as they introduce more technology and upgrade more of the infrastructure, more of the tracks, more of the signalling, those delays will continue to go down. Another big cause of delays is fleet faults, so faults caused by our trains. And if you've been on a Northern service today, chances are you're on a train that was pretty old. Some of our trains are over 30 years old, some older than me, and that's not great. It means that they do require more maintenance, and it means that they are a bit more prone to breaking down. So we're investing in a brand new fleet of trains, 98 brand new trains currently being built. They're on a production line, and they will be rolling into the UK by the end of this year, and they're going to be more reliable, and that will mean fewer fleet-related delays. Another one of the big causes of delay on our network is incidents where we need to get the British Transport Police involved. So trespass in particular is a huge cause of delay, and there are loads of incidents every single day across the north where we have trespass. And what's more important than anything else is keeping people safe. So whenever we hear that there's somebody on the line, when a driver sees somebody on the line, or we get a report of that, we have to stop the trains and get the police involved and make sure we find the people or persons involved and remove them from the infrastructure, so they don't pose a threat to themselves, really, because trains are obviously very dangerous. We also have incidents on trains as well, where people object to paying for a ticket, or perhaps want to get a seat when they haven't got a seat, or something like that, and those things can cause delay as well when they lead to sort of disorder on board as well. So that's another one of the big causes of delay. Now, there's other causes of delay. Lots of things can happen. Bad weather is particularly impactful at certain times of the year. So in autumn, leaves come down, and when they get wet, they're like black ice for trains. So that can cause delays as the trains try and brake on those leaves, and a bit more defensive driving to make sure that the train doesn't slide. In the winter, it's not long since the Beast from the East caused sort of travel chaos, and hardly any flights. The M62 and most of the other motorways were blocked. We ran a huge number of trains during that, but obviously it's harder to run trains when there's great big snow drifts that we have to sort of plough through, because again we have to be safe and have to protect our customers. So that's just some of the reasons that trains are delayed. Our social media team do a fantastic job. So if you write to them when you're on a delayed train and ask what's going on, they'll try and find out as soon as they possibly can and let you know, because it's important that we communicate with people and let them know why their trains are delayed, and we're not always able to do that when there's lots going on, very busy infrastructure. Now, if you are delayed, we have something called Delay Repay, which means that if you've bought a ticket and you're delayed by more than 30 minutes, then you can get a refund on that ticket. So I really encourage you, if you're on one of those services or if you've had a train cancelled, then look on our website, find the Delay Repay form and submit an application for a refund. It's really important that you do that because we want you to know that there's that option. I know how frustrating it is being on a delayed train, you know how frustrating it is, but at least that's a little something that you get back. Thank you.